पवनतनय संकटहरण मंगलमूर्तिरूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसौ सुरभूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो सब संतन की जय बोले पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय।
गणेशाय नमः। श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। सन्तोषिणी जगन्माता मम सौभाग्यवृद्धये नमस्करोमि भक्त्या त्वां प्रसन्ना वरदा भव। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ मम प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। नीलाम्बुजश्यामल कोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपित वामभागं पाणौ महासायक चारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। Now we have reached the last canto of Sri Ramcharitmanas, and that is called Uttarakand. This canto also begins with 3 Sanskrit verses. Kekikandhapanilam Suravaravilasat Viprapadapchachinnam Shobhadhyam Pitavastram Sarasijanayanam Sarvada Suprasannam Pano Narachachapam Kapinikarayutam Bandhuna Sevyamanam Naumithyam Janakisham Raghuvaramaniṣam Pushpakarutharamam Kosalendrapadamanjulau Komalavachamaheshapanditau Janakikarasarojalalitau Chintakasya manabhringasanginau Kunda Indudara Gaura Sundaram Ambikapadimabhishta Siddhidam Karunika Kalakanchalochanam Naumi Shankaramanangamochanam. Naumi, bow down. I bow down to east. Ityam. Ityam means most worshipful Rama. To Ramam means Rama. Here, Pushpakarudha Rama is worshipped here or saluted here, who is seated in the Pushpaka Viman. How he see? Eki Kandapa Neelam. Neelavarnam. Different examples are given like water bearing clouds or blue lotus, etc. The blue color obtaining in the neck of a peacock. That is the idea here. Keki Kantapani Kapnidam. And Suravara Vilasat Viprapadapcha Chinnam. On his chest there is a mark of the foot of the Rishi, Phrigu Rishi. Shobhadhyam, most graceful. Vedavastram, wearing the yellow garment. Sarasijanayanam, lotus side. Sarvada Suprasannam. Bhagavan is always cheerful in any situation. Vanau Naracha Chapam, wielding bow and arrow in the hand. Kapi Nikara Yutam, at this time is surrounded by monkeys. Bandhuna Sevyamanam, being served by his own brother. Janakisham, Lord of Janaki. Rekuvaram, the best among Reku Vamsha. Pushpaka Ramam, this Rama seated in the Pushpa Viman. My salutations. Second verse. Kosalendra Patakancha Manjulau. Tusidaji is meditating upon the lotus feet of Bhagavan. How they are. Kosalendra Patakancha Manjulau. His feet is of so very tender, komalau. Aja Mahesha Vanditau. Aja means Brahmaji, Mahesha, Lord Shiva. And they also do namaskar to that lotus feet. Janaki Kara Saroja Lalitau. And they are caressed by the lotus hand of Janaki. Chintakasya Manabhringa Sanginau. Those who are contemplative people, they are always meditating upon the lotus feet of the Lord, like a bee hovering over lotus. Third verse, Lord Shiva is worshipped here, who is of the fair complexion, Kunda Indura Gaura Sundaram. The Lord of Ambika and giver of all desired objects, most compassionate, and that Bhagavan we bow down to. Now we saw when Vibhishana requested Lord to come to bless his palace, Bhagavan said, my mind is with Bharata. I cannot think of anyone because only one day remaining, and if I don't reach, then I don't think he will keep his life. Therefore, I should reach Ayodhya immediately within this day. Now Pushpa Viman came and they landed at the Bharadwaj ashram. As Sita ji said to Ganga ji before leaving, she will be worshipping her on her return. She worshipped Ganga ji. And now instead of coming to Ayodhya straight away, Bhagavan Ramchandra ji sent Hanuman ji first, because he knew Bharata will become impatient. Actually, Bharata had sent so many people in different directions to find out Rama, whether he is returning or not. He went to forest by walking, but coming back by air, Bharata did not expect that. Bharata was anxious because he did not receive any report of Ramchandraji's coming back, even though he sent so many people in search of him, but did not get any news. Now Doha, all the citizens of Ayodhya were waiting, doing japa and tapas for Bhagavan's return. Only one day is remaining. The last moment everybody gets anxious. See, even though you wait 14 years, but if there is only one last moment, that becomes like a yuga for you. They were all anxious, but at the same time in their heart, they were experiencing great joy, and everyone, good omens were there. And so they were feeling that even though we have no news, he will definitely come. Kausalyaji and other mothers also, they were feeling just someone going to come and tell us he is coming or he has come. Now, what to talk about Bharata? Bharata, on one hand, getting worried because no news, but at the same time, his right eye had, they were throbbing, which was a good omen. Bharata was thinking,
रहु एक दिन अवधि अधारा समुझत मन दुख भयउ अपारा कारण कवन नाथ नहीं आयउ जाने मोह बिसरायउ अह धन्य लक्ष्मण बड़ भागी राम पधार बिंदु अनुरागी कपटी कुटिल मोहि प्रभु चीन्हा ताते नाथ संग नहीं लीना जो करनी समझे प्रभु मोहि नहीं निस्तार कलप सत कोई जन अवगुण प्रभु मान न काऊ दीन बंधुवति मृदुल सुभाऊ मोरे जिय भरोस दृढ़ सोई नहीं राम सगुन सुध होई बीते अवधि रहि जो प्राणा अधम श्रवण जन मोहि समाना राम विरह सागर महा भरत मगन मत होत विप्ररूप धरि पवन सुत आई गयो जगुपोत बैठे देखी कुशासन जटा मुकुट विसगार राम राम रघुपति जपत स्रवत नयन जल जात सिया पर रामचंद्र की जय सुत हनुमान की जय।
Only one day was still remaining. But same time, Bharata's mind was drowning in sorrow. Why is it that Bhagavan has not come? Even at least nearby, 10 miles away or 20 miles away, such news, if I get it, then I will feel comfortable. Because of me only, the birth of mind is the cause of all this trouble. Has he forgotten me? Ha Lakshmana, blessed indeed is your life. You are devoted to Bhagavan. That Bhagavan took you with him. My mind is not that pure, thinking that he did not take me with him, but he took Lakshmana instead. But when I think of Bhagavan's nature, I know he will not think like this. Because Bhagavan is very, very soft and kind-hearted. And anyone who is his servant, Even if it is his fault, Bhagavan forgave him. And that is actually giving me the support. When I look at myself, I think he is not coming back. But I look at his nature, he will forgive me and return to Ayodhya. He has promised and he will fulfill his promise. And good omens are also taking place. And 14 years completed and Bhagavan doesn't come, then there cannot be any mean person than me. Thus his mind was drowning in sorrow of that separation. And at that time, Hanumanji came in the form of a Brahmana. He came there like a ship to save Bharata from drowning in the ocean of sorrow. He came there chanting Ram, Ram. Hanumanji saw the love of Bharata for Rama and he was so delighted. Hanumanji said that Bhagavan whom you constantly remembering is just arriving. He is just arriving. At the moment Bharata heard that Rama is arriving, Bharata forgot all his sorrows. He got up from his seat and inquired, who you are? The news for which I am longing all the time to hear. You have given me that. There cannot be any more precious news than this. Then Hanumanji introduced himself. I am Hanuman, son of Pavana Devata. I also came with him. He just sent me in advance to let you know that he is coming. Because of over anxiety, if you take a wrong step, you will regret whole life. Bharata said, you have given me such a great news. I don't know what I shall give you in return. Hanumanji said, just wait, Bhagavan is coming. So saying, he left for where Rama is. Hanumanji went and informed Bhagavan, Bhagavan, no more delay. He is eagerly waiting for you. Here, when Bharata got the news, immediately that news was spread everywhere in Ayodhya. Everybody started running here and there, asking, have you seen him? Then they said, he has not yet come. Everyone was crowding wherever they could find place to stand there. Now here, Ramchandraji,
Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Jaya Jaya Rama Iha Bhanukul Kamal Divakar Kapin Dikhavat Nagar Manohar Sunakampi Sangad Lankesa Pavan Puri Ruchir Yah Desa Jadapi Sab Vaikuntha Pakhana Veda Purana Vidit Jag Jana Avadhapuri Samapriya Nahi So Yah Prasang Jane Kohu Ko Janma Bhumi Mama Puri Suhavani Uttar Disi Vagasar Chupavani Ma Jamanjan Te Vinai Prayasa Mama Samipatara Bhavani Vasa Ati Priya Moi Iha Te Vasi Mamata Mata Puri Suprasi Harshe Sab Kapi Suni Prabhu Pani Dhanya Avad Chora Vakhani
Avat Deki Lok Sapa
Kripa Sindhu Bhagwan Nagar
Nagar
Nikat
Nikat
Prabhu
Prabhu
Prerehu Uttarehu
Uttarehu
Viman.
Here Ramachandraji was speaking to his friends. He was showing Ayodhya Nagari to all his friends. Bhagavan said, listen, O Sugriva, Angada, Vibhishana, see my most holy city. Even though Veda Shastra and everyone extol Vaikuntha Loka, but I tell you, very few people know that Ayodhya is greater than Vaikuntha. I love Ayodhya more than my Vaikuntha. See, look at my Janma Bhumi. Northern direction is this Sarayu Nadi flowing, and those who take bath in the Sarayu Nadi, they cross over this samsara. People who are here are dear to me. And it is one of the Mokshadan Nagari. Listening to this, the monkeys were very happy. Now, near that Ayodhya, Bhagavan saw a proper land to land the Pushpaga Viman. At that time, he addressed to the Viman saying, now you can go back to Kubera Bhagavan, because it actually belonged to Kubera Bhagavan. Ravana took it from him. Ravana never manufactured anything in Lanka. Whatever good he saw elsewhere, he took it by force. Pushpaviman was sad leaving Bhagavan, but happy going back to his Swami. But Bhagavan also told Pushpaviman, whenever I think of you, you can come for my help. So Pushpaviman was happy. With Bharata, all Gurujan, Vasishtha, Vamadev, they all came. As soon as he saw his Guru, Bhagavan prostrated to Vasishthaji. When Vasishthaji asked, how are you? Maharaj, by your grace, all is fine. Bhagavan did namaskar to all Rishimunis, and now the turn of Bharata came. Bharata fell at the feet of the Lord. Bharata did not want to get up holding Bhagavan's feet. Bhagavan forcefully lifted him as he was eager to hug him tightly, the tears flowing from their eyes, the eyes of Bhagavan and Bharata. It looks as though beauty and love were in embrace of each other. When Bhagavan asked Bharata, how are you? Words will not come out of his mouth. Thereafter, Bhagavan met Shatrughna, Bharata, Lakshman, Shatrughna, Lakshman, all met each other. Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrughna go down to Sitaji. Looking at Bhagavan, everybody was delighted. Everybody wanted to touch his feet or look at him. Suddenly, Bhagavan appeared there in countless forms, and each one was feeling they met Bhagavan personally. Then Kausalyaji, how mother cow rushes to meet its calf, so eagerly they ran towards each other. Sitaji also met all mothers-in-laws. Lakshmana also did namaskar to all mothers, including Kaikeyi, but did not give up his anger towards her. Bhagavan also prostrated to all mothers without any grudge against Kaikeyi. Here, very important thing to be seen. Bhagavan is introducing his Guru Vasishtha to the monkey king, Sugriva, Vibhishana, Hanumanji, Nala, Nila, Ankada, etc. And what he says, see here, he is our Guru for the entire Suryavamsha. It is because of his grace and blessing we were able to kill the Rakshasas there. And do you know what he tells Vasishthaji? He says, hey Munivar, these are all my friends. They gave their life for my sake. Because of them only, we were able to win this battle. So Bhagavan is the one who does everything and did everything, but he gives credit to all of them. I think we all have to learn from this because we are miserly in giving credit to others. All the time we think that we are doing everything. And all Bhagavan's friends went to do namaskar to Kausalyaji. She said, you are dear to me like Rama. Bhagavan saw that Kaikeyi was feeling so miserable. She did not know where to look. Therefore, Bhagavan went to her palace first. O mother, you do not feel bad for anything. Console her, saying, many good things happen about this 14 years of Vanavas. Then he went to his own palace. Now a beautiful thing told here. Bhagavan called Bharata, Shatrugna and Lakshmana. They were all in tapasvi form with jatas. Bhagavan unlocked all that. Jatas opened. With his own hands, he gave them bath. When it came to his own turn, and he said, I will do myself. What does it indicate? The one who is the eldest person, his job is only to serve, not taking service from anyone, but serve others. There are all the mothers, there all the mother-in-laws took Sitaji and gave her bath. And all the mothers saw Ram on his left side sitting Sitaji. They felt today our eyes were fulfilled, the purpose of vision. Then Vasishthaji says to Sumantra and other ministers, why are we delaying now? We should do this coronation today only, because that Dasharatha Maharaj said we will do coronation tomorrow. It went to 14 years. He said, don't do it tomorrow, do it today itself. And when Vasishthaji saw Ramji and Sitaji, then he felt the throne of Ayodhya. He felt it is not befitting to Rama. Immediately he invoked Indra Devata and said, you please send one celestial Simhasan from there after Doha 11.
प्रभु पिलो की मुनि मन अनुरागा तुरत दिव्य सिंहासन मागा रवि सम तेज सुपर्णी न जाई बैठे राम द्विजन सिरुनाई जनक सुता समेत रघुराई देख प्रहर्ष मुनि समुदाय वेद मंत्र तब द्विजन उचारे नभ सुर मुनि जय जयति पुकारे प्रथम तिलक वशिष्ठ मुनि कीना पुनि सब विप्रन आय सुदीना सत बिलो की हर्षि महतारी बार बार आरती उतारी ब्रह्मदान विविध विधि दीने जाचक सकल अजाचक कीने सिंहासन पर त्रिभुवन साई देखि सुरन दुंदुभि बजाई नव नव दुंदुभि बाजई विपुल गंधर्व किन्नर गावई नाचई अप्सरा वृंद परमानंद सुर मुनि पावई भरतादि अनुज विभीषणांगद हनुमदादि समेत ते गए छत्र चामर व्यजन धनु असी चर्म सकल हुआ समाज सुख, कहत न बनई खगेश, बरनई सारद शेष श्रुति, सोरस जान महेश सिया वर राम जय जय राम, मेरे प्रभु राम जय जय राम। भिन्न भिन्न स्तुति करी, गए सुर निज निज धाम, बंदी वेश वेद तब, आए जहाँ श्री राम सिया राम जय जय राम, मेरे प्रभु राम जय जय राम। प्रभु सर्वज्ञ कीन अति, आदर कृपा निधान, लखे न काहू मरम कछु, लगे करन गुण गान सिया वर राम जय जय राम, मेरे प्रभु राम जय जय राम।
The Simhasan came from heaven. Bhagavan and Sita ji sat on the Simhasan. All Veda mantras were chanted. Then Prathama Tilaka, first Tilaka, Vasishta Muni Kina. Vasishta ji gave that first Tilakam, applied the first Tilakam. Unisapa Viprana Ayasudina. Then all the Brahmanas came and blessed Bhagavan. Sutta Viloki Harashi Mahatari, Bar Bar Arati Utari. Looking at that child sitting on the throne, mothers were delighted. Again and again they went and took Arati. Viprana Dana Vivita Viti Dine, Jachaka Sakala Ajachaka Kine. So all Dhanam, distributed Dhanam to all people, all the Yachakas became Ayachak, means what? They became rich. Viprana Dana Vivita Dine Jachak, okay. Simhasana Para Tripuvana Sai, Eki Surana Tundu Bhi Bajai. Seeing Bhagavan on the throne, all the devatas sang and danced in the heaven. Navadundhubi Bajahi Vipula Gandharva Kinnara Gavahi Cha Nachahi Apachara Vrinda Paramananda Suramunik Pavahi. All Suramunis, they attained that state of bliss by seeing Bhagavan's this coronation ceremony. Bharatati Anuja Vibhishana Angada Hanumadadi Sametate. So in Pattabhisheka time, all of them were present. Bharata was standing behind Bhagavan, holding the umbrella over Bhagavan and hiding behind the umbrella. He didn't want to show himself. That humble he was. Because he felt, because of me, it took 14 years for Bhagavan to take this position. So he was hiding behind Lakshmana on the right side, Sita ji left side, Hanuman ji at Bhagavan's feet. This is the scene that you see in the, and Satrughna also was there. And this is the scene you see, the Pattabhisheka. With this, everywhere celebration, because now Ramchandraji became king today. Uttarakhand continue establishing Ramaraj. Tulsidaji never talked about Sita Parityak in his Ramayana. Instead, he gives a conversation between Nagabhushundi, a Mahatma in crow form with Garuda Pakshi. It is a question answer session. That is called Uttarakand. It is given. Now we have no time for that. We will see another time. I will have to take that Uttarakand separately one time, because that much topic is there, teaching is also there. We will stop here with this Pattabhishekam, and with this our Saptaha is concluded. Now we give you an executive summary, because so many people are not here, only today they attended, so they should get the benefit of listening to Ramayana, whole Ramayana. When we started the study of Tulsi Ramayana in the beginning itself, we tried to understand what was the objective of Goswami Tulsidas in writing this Ramcharitmanas. And we found that he said, Swantas Sukhaya Tulasi Raghunatha Gatha Bhasha Nibaddhamati Manjula Patanoti. One purpose was his inner joy, satisfaction, and purification of mind. That is what he wrote. Second, he said, More mana prabodha jahi hoi. I am writing this to enlighten my own mind. And he said, Nija kira pavana karana karana Rama jasu tulasi kahyo. To purify my speech, I am singing Bhagavan Ramchandraji's story. So thought, word and deed should be purified, and the whole purpose is only to grow in love for Bhagavan more and more. So whether we study this Ramayana very little, more or in depth, the point is whether we started loving Rama or not. Question is whether we are inspired with the life of Sita ji. Do we have the devotion for Lakshmana, Shatrughna, Bharata, Hanuman? How Sugriva and Vibhishana had that love for Bhagavan. If we can discover some love for Bhagavan, then our study or listening or reading will be successful. Otherwise, there is a lot to say. So many poets have written so much, there is no end to it. Raghuvir Charita Apara Variti Vara Kavi Ko Ne Layo. Who can really exhaust all the glories of Lord in describing them? That is not possible. Here, the important thing is that we develop that love for the Lord. Okay, having said that, when we read Balakand, in Balakand we found that obedience is the first step to achieve success in any field. In sport also, if you don't obey the laws and rules, you cannot succeed. Whether it is literature, arts, whether you are driving the car, you have to obey the traffic rules. Acharaha prathamo dharmaha. Obedience is the first quality. This is what is taught in Balakand. We saw some symbolism also there, but achar is prathama dharmaha, contact, obedience, that is what we have to learn. Then when you come to Ayodhya Kand, Balak becomes Yuvak, and the person has to have clarity, purity to take right decision in life. Guiding principle is dharma. Sometimes people think right and wrong, all relative. It cannot be relative. Then each one can say as per their view, and I am right, this is right. Generally, what happens is we try to please ourselves. That is called self-gratification, or we try to please the other person. You know the policy of appeasement never work. Here, what we find from Bhagavan Ramchandraji's life is the touchstone was whether it is dharma or not. Anything tried to do in life, there may be painful to yourself. He knew if he goes living in forest and all will not be comfortable. Also he knew Dasharatha Maharaj may not live without him. But what is the right thing that has to be done? Dharma. So Ayodhya Kand tells us the the guiding principle should be dharma, not what pleases you or what pleases the other person. And dharma is one rises above one's own ego and selfishness and think about other people and their welfare, then only he can do the right thing. Therefore, it is indicated that dharma is the supreme authority. This we learn from Ayodhya Kand. Aranyakand also we learned many things. Through Sita ji we learned the entire Ramayana is meant for educating us. This you must know. It is clearly mentioned in Bhagavatam that this Martyavatara is for Martya Shikshanam. It is for human education and learning. We demonstrated what we have to learn. Bhagavan demonstrated what we have to learn. So, as long as Sitaji's mind was with Ramchandraji, everything was great. But when the mind became extrovert, even in Vedanta, Shankaracharya writes that if the mind slipped from the very goal of our life, whether it is contemplation, meditation, or the very goal of life, one slips, then he starts falling down like a tennis ball slips from your hand and falls on a flight of steps. Never stop falling down until it reaches the bottom. Here Sitaji's mind went away from the Lord and immediately Ravana caught her. In Aranyakand there are two characters. One is Shurpanekha and the other is Shabari. Shurpanekha stands for extrovertedness and sensuality, no control over oneself, and such a person, even though she came near Ramchandraji, her mind was not purified and she represents Raga. You come near but still far away. On the other hand, Shabari represents Anurag, pure love. In her case, she did not go anywhere. Bhagavan went to her place. So we have to convert our Rag into Anurag. That is what we learned from Aranyakant. This symbolism given here is what Tulsidas has written. In Kishkinda Kand, what we find, there are many, many monkeys. Generally, the nature of monkey is very fickle and restless, no steadiness. But here, what we find that all these monkeys are galvanized, brought together under the command of Sugriva. Sugriva himself is under the command of Bhagavan Ramachandraji. So one meaning of that is these monkeys, countless, represents our thought, countless thought. But in meditation, what is said, we have to bring all these thoughts under control of the intellect. That Sugriva brought all the thoughts under control. Yato yato nischarati manaschanchalamasstiram tatastato niyamye tade atmanneva vasham nayed. Bhagavan said in 6th chapter of Gita. Whatever reason the mind goes out, you bring it back. The mind must be brought under control with the help of intellect. That intellect has to be merged in Chaitanya, Atma. Bhagavan Rama is Satchidananda Atma. All the thoughts are brought under the control of Buddhi, and Buddhi meditates in the nature of the self and merge there. That is one meaning. Tulsi also said that various monkeys represent various kinds of spiritual sadhanas. There are many, many spiritual practices, japa, tapa, yoga, yajna, dana, snana, tirthayatra, etc. Each sadhana can be done for different goal also, but we should do all sadhanas only for Ram Bhakti. You see, all monkeys gave their life to Bhagavan. This we should learn from Kishkinda Kand. that all spiritual sadhanas are meant for Bhagavat Bhakti. Now Sundargan, Bhagavan is Sundar, Bhakta is Sundar, and Bhakti is Sundar. Anything that is related to Bhagavan, that is Sundaram. Even weeping for Bhagavan is Sundar. That is when Bhagavata, Sukamarshi says, Rurudu Suswaram Rajan. All gopis cried melodiously. He said, how can somebody cry melodiously? When you cry for Bhagavan, it is melodious. When you cry for something outside, that is material thing, it is apaswaram. Someone asked a Mahatma, which sadhana you prescribe for reaching Bhagavan? He said, what is your idea? He said, I think by singing. Okay, you sing for the Lord, not for money or people applause. You sing for Bhagavan. That will take you to Bhagavan. In Sundarakand, we learned many things. Saranagati, the surrender of Vibhishana, is beautiful. Now Lanka Kand. What we learn is that Ravana is the personification of Moha. Moha word has many connotations. One meaning is ignorance, and other meaning is wrong notion. Third, lack of discrimination and falling prey to temptation outside. Ravana stands for that moha, and moha mula is abhiman. And this moha abhiman has got a huge army. Desire, anger, greed, passion. So many are there. He said, Sugriva stands for all of us, Jiva. Jiva is bound by karmas. Wherever the Jiva goes, the karma goes after him. That is why Vali was following Sugriva wherever he went. Vali represents the karma. He kept on chasing him. Only on that Rishyamukha Parvat he goes, he is peaceful. Means whenever Jiva goes to listen to some satsang, that time he experiences some peace. And we are not able to put an end to all our karmas. Only when we take refuge in the Lord. And that Lord alone is above karma. He is the one preside over karma. He is the karma phala dhata. Only when Sugriva, the Jiva, take refuge in Rama, and Rama finishes his karma, that is Vali. In Vedanta language, Vidyate Hridaya Grantihi Chityante Sarva Samshayaha Kshiyante Chasya Karmani Tasmin Drishte Paravare. When Paramatma is realized, then only ignorance goes away, doubts are dispelled, and all karmas entered. This is what it is. Moha Rupa is Ravana. When that body identification, attachment, and extroverted desires, all of them are there, then materialistically prosperous kingdom is possible. But mind you, there won't be any mental peace. All outer glamour will be there. The inner beauty will not be there. We have to cross this ocean of moha, delusion like Rama crossed the ocean. Ravana and Kumbhakarna are the Ragatvesha, likes and dislikes. Rama was united with Sita ji, Shanti, after killing Ragatvesha and Ravana, Kumbhakarna. Shanti videha sudha sahachari, daharayodhya nagara vihari. Now other way of looking at Ramayana, Ayodhya, there was no conflict, yuddha, everyone was living happily. Then Mantara, Kaikeyi came and created division of I and mine and you and yours. The moment I and mine and you and yours came, Rama, Sita went outside. That means all peace and bliss goes away from our heart. Luckily, Ramayana doesn't end there. It ended only after Rama and Sita returned. And who was responsible for Rama and Sitaji's return? The only one person responsible was Bharata. If Bharata did not want it, even if the whole Ayodhya wanted, Rama would not have come back to Ayodhya. Bharata is love and love personified. As long as love is there, unity and Shanti is there. Bharata's love brought Rama back, and there was Ramaraj. Ramaraja is Dharmarajya. Bhagavan not only followed Dharma, but he raised the standard of Dharma. Now when Ramaraja was established and Rama became the king and Sitaji was the queen, then it is said all the Vedas appeared there in the form of bards and sang stuti on Bhagavan. Veda stuti. Thereafterward, Indra Bhagavan, Brahmaji, Lord Shiva, and Naraji also sang stuti on Rama. All of them sang glories of Bhagavan. And then we come to end of Goswami's Ramayana. Uttarakhand is beautiful. What he has written in the end is 129. Doha ke baad. पायिन के ही छंदस 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 पायिन के ही गति पतित पावन राम भजी
पायिन के ही गति पतित पावन
राम भजी सुनु सत जना
गलिका अजामिल प्यार गीत रचाई खल तारे घना आवीर चमन कीरा दुखस स्वपचारी हरि अखुरूप जे कही नाम पारक ते पिपावन राम नमामि रघुवंश भूषण चरित यह नर कहानी सुनहि जे गावहि कलिमल मनो मल धोई बिनु श्रम राम धाम सिधावहि सत पंच चौपाई मनोहर जानी जो नर उर धरे दारुण अविद्या पंच जनित विकार श्री रघुबर हरे सुंदर सुजान कृपा निधान अनाथ पर कर प्रीति जो सो एक राम अकाम हित में बान प्रथम आन को जाकी कृपा लवलेस ते मति मंद तुलसी दास हूँ पायो परम विश्राम राम समान प्रभु नाही कहूँ.
One meaning of Uttarakhand is Lanka was south and Bhagavan went for north to south first and then he came back to north. So Uttar. So it is Uttarakhand. Uttar also means question answer. So many questions were raised by different people and answers were also found here. Kagabushundi, Garuda Samvad. So many questions were asked and they are all answered also. Here Tulsidas he says, Payina kehi eti patita pavana Rama bhaji satamana. O my foolish mind, listen to Rama Katha. Who has not attained the highest goal, whether he is literate, illiterate, whether they are qualified or not qualified, everybody got it. Even once they chanted his name, they are purified. Bhagavan's Charitram is the most pavitram. Singing that, everyone can attain the goal of life. Even if you chant a few chaupais every day, you can chant that, it will save you. The first thing, the most striking is most handsome person, wise man, abode of compassion. The one who loves, who are helpless, that only one Rama, selfless friend of all. Not only that, he is capable of giving you liberation. By the fraction of whose grace, Tulsidaji says, I found final peace in life. There is no Lord like Rama. Bhagavan, there is no one helpless like me. And Bhagavan, you are Dayaveer, Raghuveer, friend of helpless. Therefore, please remove this terrible fear of samsara. Bhagavan, you should always be dear to me. Like what he gives example, Kamihi nari piyari jimi, Dobhihi priya jimi dama, Timirakunatha nirantara, Priyanagahu mukirama. What a comparison. That Rama be dear to me always. Like for a sensualist person, how he loves a woman very much. Or a greedy person, a miserly person, loves money. Same way. Man loving woman is Rupa Sakti, attachment to the form of that woman. And greedy person, Nama Sakti, he loves money. It is one-sided. Man is slave of money, but money is not slave of anyone. Means here, may I always love your beautiful form and love to repeat your name all the time. Siddhaji says, those people always revel in Ramacharitamanas. They will not be tortured or persecuted by this ghora tapa of samsara. By God's grace and Pujya Gurudev's blessings and Tulsidas Ji's blessings, we were able to study a little of this Ramcharitmanas, and we offer our prostration to their lotus feet. With this, we conclude this Ramcharitmanas today. Thank you. Veeramaruti.
वीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति धीर मारुति अति धीर मारुति गीत मारुति संगीत मारुति मारुति राम दूत मारुति दूत मारुति राम दूत मारुति भक्त मारुति परम भक्त मारुति भक्त मारुति परम भक्त मारुति वीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति मारुति गंभीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति
ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम।